Hi guys, thanks so much for coming. We're going to start with our hands at our heart and take a moment to breathe in through your nose and set an intention. Hi Jean, you did make it. I'm so glad you're here. All right. Now inhale, bring your fingers down and then lift them back up and stretch into a slight back bend here. Inhale. And on your exhale, open up to the side. We're going to do a little standing flow for a moment. And at this moment, you are working out your own breathing up and over and up and over and up and over. And now you may notice that you are able to get a little deeper in your half moon. Hi, perfect timing, Betty, after your trip. Go up and over. And you can take a hand down and you can take a foot across and add some movement like rotations. Breathe in. Breathe in. This is nuancing with your own, what you need. So rotating forward and back is nice. Breathe in. You may go a little deeper as you're here. Inhale. And then up, going to the other side. Your hand goes up and over. You might cross your foot. Breathe in. Breathe in. Inhaling. Notice how you can find areas that your body needs to stretch, just with little movements. Holding there, 3 more. 2. And it's like somebody's pulling your arm. And then come back up. Now your hands are together, your feet are together for a moment, Samasthiti He. Open up your arms. Yep, I'm gonna do the same. So when you're ready, you're gonna open up your arms like a T. All right, now keep your legs there, and it's kind of like half moon, but we're going with wide legs. So we're gonna start introducing the hips. So we're gonna ease into things this morning. Breathe in and over, and breathe in and over. 1 more, each side. Up at your own pace. Now lift up your right toes and take them to the same wall that your right hand is facing. Go up, and you'll know how low to go. And you can also take your arm over and just hold, breathe. So you see how similar the upper body is to half moon, but now we've got the inner thighs and the hamstring, the back of the thigh involved. Breathe in, and I like to pretend the whole body, it's up against a wall, an imaginary wall. That way you're not hinged forward. Breathe, breathe, and I can feel the arm keeps getting longer, like someone's pulling. So like someone's pulling your arm. Breathe. Inhale. I love it. You guys look good. We're going to take another inhale here. Now exhale, you're going to be strong and come up. You're in 5-pointed star. Lift up your other toes, your left toes, reach out. And I just got to release a little pop. Bring the hand down, a good pop. All right, this arm can go over because we did warm up with the half moon standing legs together, so it might be ready to go over. There you go. Breathe, roll the upper back towards the imaginary wall behind you. And just scan your neck. Right now, you all look good, but if you have any discomfort, you could change the neck. You could change the gaze. Breathe in. Good. The posture might change a little bit as you're here. Something might release, something might open. The breath will help open up your sides, your back. Take an inhale. Now exhale, try to come up in a motion, one motion. Good. And the toes are together. Facing forward. Inhale. Exhale. Now I like a little soft knee here to come down. At first, your hands will go to your calf or your ankle, and let your neck release. You might even be pulling on your legs a little bit to get some assistance. So Breathe in, inhale, and exhale. Breathe in through your nose, if you can, and exhale. Breathe in. 2 more. 1 more. Now the second position here is hands on the floor, underneath your shoulders and between the feet. Pull on the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then that third position is interlaced fingers at the low back and let the arms fall. If that doesn't work, just hold on to your elbows. And everybody looks good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring your hands to your hip bones and come up halfway and let your blood pressure settle. Just kind of see if you feel balanced. Once you feel balanced, push your feet into the floor and come up. Now your hands can go to the back body. Your elbows can squeeze together, heart lifts. Breathe in. And then you're in neutral. Your hands can come to your heart. You can step or jump together. You can even shimmy your feet in together. Gorgeous. Take another inhale and then lift up your arms. Now stay up in your arms. I'm going to turn so you can see me. Right foot forward, left foot back. Let me turn this way actually. So your arms are going to do a very large circle, cross the midline. There's a calming that happens with the right and left brain when you cross the midline. So let your arms cross each other. Inhale, up, exhale around. Shoulders are feeling warmed up a little more, so you're going to find a stretch. It could be you interlace them behind you. It could be you do hands to elbows or namaste. Now open the shoulders, breathe in. Now hinge, keep your legs fairly long, but the modification is to soften a knee or two, soften the front knee. All right, gaze is probably at the toes, so hold. The next one is hands on your thigh or maybe hands on your shin. So you may feel like you get a little lower, but don't force it. You can even bend your knee a little bit more, relax your neck. Now, take your time because of blood pressure, but when you're ready, come up, take a little stand, and then take a back bend here. Your arms lift up, your heart goes up, breathe in, inhale. You can even lift your heels if you want a bonus, up, and then exhale, lower, and your hands go to your heart. Your back foot meets your front foot. Now, samastitihi, good, landing, and then take your other foot back about 4 feet deep. Now, arms up, breathe, and let them cross. So your arms cross, we're going to help that nervous system. This helps kind of release the brain, relax the brain. Let your hands come behind you, interlace or namaste. Take an inhale and exhale. You're hinging. Your gaze could be towards your toes, and then start breathing and relaxing here. Let your hands down to your thighs, let your hands down to your shin maybe, and breathe. Take another inhale, and as you're ready, gently come up. Now you're gonna take your time for blood pressure. Go up, let your hands reach up overhead. You're lifting your spine out of your pelvis. It's like you're getting taller and longer. You might even lift your heels. And then exhale, lower your heels, bring your hands to your heart, and let your feet come together, Samasthiti. This is a great time to grab a sip. We're right in a perfect stop point. So grab a sip and then we'll meet. Happy yoga day. All right. Bring in your hands to your heart when you're ready. Open up the arms. Now open up the feet back to 5-pointed star. Now in 5-pointed star, this is a rough cue, but your hands are roughly over your ankles or your ankles under your wrist. Now lift up your right toes and point them in the same way that your right fingers are. Bend your right knee and bend it a few times just to kind of make sure it's warmed up. You want your knee to be tracking with your second toe, and then we'll put it over your heel. So somewhere in there ought to feel good, but just make sure. So you're set first in your legs. Now your arm could go to your thigh, your other arm could go over your ear. Now that's a Parsvottanasana, but if you want to take it a little more, you could go down. Now wherever you are is fine, but just breathe. Good, 10. Another neat trick is to put that arm behind you and kind of get your shoulder open that way. So you might try that. Yeah, that's a nice, I like that one too. Where does your neck need to be? You can look up classically or straight ahead, or if you need a release, look down. Breathe. Good, just keep finding. You can always move something during the pose. It's just that you're stretching what you need. Breathe in. Now, as you're ready, exhale up, and you're in a warrior 2. Look over your hand and hold. Make sure your knee's on top of your ankle. Now put that hand back to your thigh, or if you want to go lower, you can. I just wouldn't push, don't push on the knee itself. Good, hold there. This leg's still at a safe 90-degree over the heel. Good, find a happy place for your neck. Looks great, bye. Take another inhale. Bring your arms out like a T, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. Straighten your legs. Hands at the heart for a moment. Arms open up. Take your left toes and bend them. Now bend the knee, and bend it a few times. You're warming up the knee, you're getting synovial fluid, and you're also just making sure, how's my knee tracking today? Is it tracking in line with the second toe? That muscle's the VMO. We're getting some movement in there. That's a safe muscle. You want that muscle to help keep your knee safe. Open the arms. Now this arm in front could go to your thigh. Bring your other arm over your ear. That is the Parsvottanasana pose, extended side ankle. If you would like, you could go down. You're right, you're correct, Jean, you're left before, unless you're needing to come out for other reasons. Yeah, cramp. And then your left arm, your right arm could go behind you. Check your neck. It may be that you need to look down. It may be that you change your gaze. You don't have to look up like a classic picture. You're just gonna find where you need calm breath through the nose. Now inhale. Whenever you're ready, come up, and you're going to be in warrior two. This leg is strong, this leg is long. Now your palms are up, you're looking over that hand. Warrior two. Now before we go backwards, check your knee and just make sure it's on your heel. If you know it is, go up and back. Ooh, Parvriti. This is a good one. Parvriti Virabhadrasana. Feels so good along the side. Breathe in. Feel that stretch. Open up your arms. Now straighten both knees. Take your hands to your heart, and you can step or kind of shimmy your feet in. Whew, good. Let's grab one more sip and we'll go back to standing. We're going to go to tree pose if you beat me there. Lift and spread your toes so that you are waking up your feet even more. And I like to see, is there space between each of the toes? And then when you're ready, right foot comes up to some tree, either calf, either thigh. We're craving a shoulder opener for us too. So the first stage could be that you lift your arms. It could also be that you go into a cow face, an interlaced finger position. Nice job. That's okay, Jean. It'll come back. Let your hands come to your heart. Lower your foot and then lift and spread your toes. Take the other tree. Vrikshasana is tree. And it's one of my favorite balances because there's not too much to the bottom half, and you just establish your stability. And you could take arms up. You could take a cow face. You can leave just the arms at prayer pose if you need a modification. Hips are level though, wherever you are, and there's a little, you're making sure your low back isn't really curved. I'm on a thick mat today, and that's how you feel like there's a more of a challenge there. Breathe in. Now as you exhale, you can also bring your hands to your heart and let your foot down and take a moment. Whew, good job. And we're going to add on. So this one, let me turn a little bit more towards you. You're going to take your left foot about 4 feet deep, and you're going to bring, now, so that thigh is about 90 degrees in the knee. You can bring your arms up. And this is called Ardha Chandrasana. It's another crescent pose. I'm going to turn so you can see me with the light, but it looks a little like a lunge. Your back knee is long. Your arms are up. Still use your abs to pull your pubic bone up so you don't feel like your low back is overextended. Breathe into your heart. Now your hands can go to your heart. I'm going to give us a leg strengthener. Hinge your body forward. Now notice how now your body weight's on this thigh. You're strengthening this leg without a hand weight. You're using your torso as extra weight. So it's working harder but you're in a long line. Now get ready. If you would like to take this, it's going to be warrior three. Warrior three. Push and go into a balance. Woo. 10. You could go parallel to the floor if you'd like. 9, 8, 7. Stretch your arms out if you can. 6, 4, 2. Now bring your hands together at the heart. Your feet are together. Samasthiti. Good series. Now take your other foot 4 feet deep. Inhale your arms up. Stretch your back legs strong. Now there's still a little ab tone you want as you pull your pubic bone up. Breathe in. Breathe in. Everybody's front knee looks really good. Jean, I can see your knee perfectly. It's right on top of your heel. It's good. Now you're going to put your hands at your heart. Hinge forward. Let me turn to the side so you can see me. But all your one long line from crown to heel. But your front thigh is now working harder. Yeah. You see how you're manipulating the body weight. Ooh, that leg is getting to work. Take another inhale. Now when you're ready, spring up to warrior three. Your back leg could lift, your arms could even go overhead. Breathe in. And then slowly bring it back, hands together at the heart. Oh, good job. Grab a sip if you want. We're going to come back to a few standing postures. We're meeting in dancer or quad stretch. Quad stretch is the first part of dancer. Lift and spread your toes. Go up with your right arm. Hold on to your right foot. Put your left arm in front, kind of like you have a cupcake in your hand or a soft dandelion flower or bloom. It's kind of just softly in front of you, palm up. Now, if you would like to add on, push your foot. The thigh comes up behind you. Breathe. Breathe in. Slowly come back, hands together at your heart. And try the other side. Up with your arm. Hand goes to your foot. The other arm forward. There's a little ab tone right here below your rib, and right here pulling your pubic bone up. Your hips are level. If you would like to add on, you can push your hand. Your other hand is palm up, and that's just going to be helpful to keep the shoulder open. You may have to tuck your chin the further you get in dancer so that your neck is just free of tension. Breathe in. And exhale to come back. Hands at the heart. Well, that was great. Now I'm going to have us do a little squat. This is called Utkatasana. So bring your fingertips down, inhale your arms up, and Utkatasana is also called awkward posture or chair. Your toes are so light you could lift them. Your heels are very heavy. Even though your arms are up, you're down, they're down the back. Now the knees are tracking with the second toe. I like it. Hold that, check your neck. 10. If you go lower, it's harder. 8. If you go higher, it's a little easier. 7. 5. 4. 3. 2. Inhale. Now stand and let the blood pressure change. All right, woo, there it is, blood rush. We're gonna do a rotation. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Utkatasana. Now, once you know your legs are good, meaning your knees are in line with the second toe, they're not out here in, palms could go together, add a rotation and hook that elbow. 10. Face front. Inhale, exhale, rotation. You might be able to hook your elbow on the outer thigh. 10. Breathe in and come forward. Now stand, Samasthiti. Take a moment. Whew. Now this one's going to be a seated pigeon. Bring your arms up. Utkatasana. That is also your base move where you could stay. If you would like to add on your ankle, your right ankle could come to your left thigh. We're going to bring our palms down and you might even tuck your chin a little bit. 10. Breathe in. And then exhale, come up and Samasthiti. Let that blood pressure flow. Yeah, actually add this. So anytime the arms cross the body, you're getting some release in the brain, some relaxation in the brain. So that's probably one reason this one feels so good, and Qigong and Tai Chi. Yeah, all that, good. And then we're gonna do the other side. And lower. All right, now this one, I'm laughing because I keep meaning to write down that I want to take a Qigong course or Tai Chi, and at the end of the day, sometimes I forget. So I'm going to remember today. All right, palms together and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale. And then exhale to come back. Hands at your heart. Grab a sip. You guys are doing great. Bring your cup of tea if you want towards the, I'm going to be taking it towards the floor because we're going to go down a little bit and I'm going to tilt my screen. So that it's easier to see each other. But the first move is down dog. And you're going to feel like your calves get some attention. Your right knee can bend and then your left knee can bend. So let me see. Oh, good. Everybody's good. That's it, Karen. And right and left. And then when you bend one knee, what happens is the other heel gets attention down towards the floor, your other calf down towards the floor. You can also lift both heels, inhale and exhale, lower, and lift both heels and lower and lift. Leave your heels down and hold. Inhale. And then you can lower your shins a child's pose or a puppy dog pose. Stretch, 5. Now, you're still gonna be taking an inhale here, and on your exhale, you're gonna go forward and into the belly down position. Here we go. You may have to adjust your hands a little bit forward and wider, but you're gonna inhale and peel up. Hold, your shoulders are down the back, and your neck is easy. Good, Jean, good. You didn't miss a thing, I'm glad you're here. 10. Breathe in. Now lower, and Betty, I don't know if you can, but if you can lower your screen, I don't really see you well, and I just wanted to be able to cue. Lift up your arms and your hands beside your hips. Now, if you want, lift up your thighs. Okay, yeah, and then breathe. Good. I can see you perfectly. Yep, I can see you perfectly. And we're doing a swan, oh, sorry, not swan, it's called Shalabhasana. The hands can be beside your hips. You're lifting up your arms. You're lifting up your back. Your thighs could lift. Breathe in. Now lower. If you would like to interlace your fingers, you can do that. Go up, inhale. Relax. Switch your hands. Go up. Breathe in. And then you're going to push back. With this child's pose, if you want to pull your toes under, it creates a really nice foot stretch. Pushing your hands on the floor also helps you stretch out those feet a little bit more. Breathe in. Keep your hands really wide, like pieces of pie between them or biscotti. Take a downward dog. Now lift your heels and then articulate through your spine and go into up dog. Inhale. Now tuck the chin and curl and go into down dog. Breathe in, heels up. Articulate. Inhale. Now the backup plan here would be doing doing cat-cow. Another backup plan could be that you're on your forearms. And if your wrists need a break, another trick is to kind of take them half off your doubled up mat. So I'll show you on mine where it slants your wrist more. So there's a few different ways to modify. Otherwise, we're going to do 2 more. And just notice how I'm just moving at my own breathing pattern. Just move to your own breathing pattern. It is nice to slow things down sometimes and really feel it. All right, we're going to take the child pose, but this time walk your fingers far, far over to one side. Now breathe into the rib cage that you're stretching. Breathe, walk your fingers over, walk your fingers over. Open up your armpit if you want a little bit more. Kind of like you're looking underneath your armpit. Breathe in. Take that walk with your hands over to the other side. Keep on going until your pinky is far away from your hip. Open up your armpit. It's like your half moon. Your clamshell. And then go right back to the regular child pose. And then come up. Good. Let your feet out in front. Now this one could be a reverse plank or a reverse table. So reverse plank looks like this, Purvottanasana. Reverse table is bent knee, both knees. Another pack-up plan is just to do a forward fold over your legs, hamstring stretch. If your wrists don't like this, breathe in. Your gaze is probably down there at your toes to help your neck. Everyone looks good though. Inhale. Now as you sit, you're going to interlace your fingers and just circle the hands. And we're going to be doing the other side, so you can come to the front. Your forearms are fine. You shimmy your feet back, and we're going to do the other side of that plank, the front plank. Hold here. You're doing great. 5 more seconds, 4 or counts, 3. Rest your pelvis and push yourself up into Cobra, which is Bhujangasana. Now lower back down. We are going to turn to our side and side plank. One arm reaches up. Exhale. You can either stagger your feet or stack them. Stacking is a little harder. Breathe in. Now exhale, lower. We're going to go to the other side. So your side plank, elbow underneath, and inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale. And exhale, lower. Now have a seat. Your legs are extended. Go up with one arm, and then let your fingers point back. Catch the floor lightly. Inhale, lift your other arm. Exhale, reach the fingers back. Now soften the elbows, lift your heart, and just make sure you're really not heavy on your hands. You're not leaning on them like Purvottanasana or reverse plank. You're just softly keeping them behind you. Good, chest is up. Breathe in. And then gently come up. Now you can cross your legs with crisscross applesauce. Take an inhale to open up the arms, rotate, and then catch your hand on your leg or the floor. Look over. I'm going to look at you, but you're looking over. Good. Yep. And then breathe. And Betty, you're fine there, or you can do a rotation here, whichever. Yeah, we'll do them both. I know I like both of those stretches. So hold. Breathe in. And here's where you're real tall. And then you exhale, rotation. Hand to floor or thigh and thigh. Yeah, go the other way, whichever way you didn't go. Yep, there you go. That's it, that looks good. When you exhale, you might notice you just go a little bit more. Breathe in. Slowly bring it back and stretch out your legs. Now it's like a V. Good. Now I'm going to change up, so Betty, you had good intuition. We are going to do lateral flexion, but we're going to do it in this wide angle pose. So your right arm could go towards your left foot and up and over. And yeah, it may not touch there, but you're doing a flexion, a lateral flexion. Good. Breathe in. Breathe in. Go up. And then hand to your inner thigh. Go up and over. And inhale. And feels so good. Yeah, so great. Take another inhale, come up. Now we're going right down the middle. I'm always amazed at how easier this is after you do those two sides. So if you want hands on thighs, you can. If you want the hands on the floor, you can. Just find what feels like it's supportive to you. Let your chin kind of drop, towards the floor. Good. Take another inhale to come up. And if you would like a sip before we go down, this is a great chance. And if you are already ready to go down, I would have your Dynaband or a Pilates ring handy so that you can use it for a stretch tool, maybe even a foam roller and a block. I take that back. I meant to do a squat for us, so I take that back. We are going down, but just before we go down. So you're seated and your feet are on either side of you and your hands are in a prayer pose and your knees are a little bit widening with your elbows held. Yes. Betty, that looks great. We haven't even done this in a while. Look at you guys. So keep lowering your hands. Karen, I'm thinking of your hands. Keep lowering your hands until you have a stretch. So we're getting hands, the front of that forearm. You're also getting your lower legs. You're getting your low back. Release any neck tension. I like it. Now we can go to the floor, and I'm going to move my mat away from the wall a bit, but we're going to roll down. Take about 10 counts to roll down. So take an inhale. Your feet are in front of you. You've got plenty of mat behind you. 1, you roll down a little bit. 2, you roll down a little bit. Now squeezing the knees together should help. So inner thighs are helpful. Yeah. And then as you go down, you might have to walk your feet out. So you guys are about at the place where you might need to walk your feet out. Keep rolling. Now, once you're there, full body stretch. Now, inhale, arms up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Breathe in. Okay. We're going to take either so you're going to take both feet on the floor and lift and spread your toes. Now, your hands can be beside your hips for now. Curl your spine up. Go to your shoulder blades. Curl your spine down. Curl your spine up. Curl your spine down. Curl up and down. And up. Stay up, and there's a couple of neat positions I like in bridge. Arms overhead, and it's kind of like a chest shoulder opener. The other one is that you interlace your fingers underneath your low back. So it's okay whichever one you take. I'm going to take arms overhead this time, and then just relax through the chest. Your hips are up. It decompresses your spine. Breathe in, and you can imagine your breath. It goes in your nose and it goes right to your heart, nourishing your heart. Breathe in. Now, as you exhale, roll your spine down. Take your right ankle to left thigh, kind of like we did in the squat posture standing, only this time we're more releasing. Reach your hands through the window and interlace your fingers if you can. This is a posture that you might like a little pillow or I've got a Baja blanket underneath your head. If your hands have a hard time reaching your legs and it kind of makes your neck feel not neutral, then there's no shame to take a prop. Just you want it to feel great. I like to add a rock. You may also like an ankle roll or a toe spread. It's just have fun with it. Spice it up your way. Breathe in through your nose though if you can. Let your eyes soften. You might even imagine you're just exhaling out tension from the mind and body. Now take your other one, ankle to thigh, reach your hands through the window. Good, Betty, that's it. Hands clasped, and you might rock. You might move your toes. Hips can always use a stretch. Breathe in. Inhale. Now, the left leg is going to go very long on the floor. The right knee is going to go across the midline. Your hand can rest on that thigh. Now, your right arm can do a circle movement. And again, you notice how that crosses the midline, and it adds another element of calm to the mind. And then let your arm out like a T or a Y and just give into the stretch. Now take an inhale, and an exhale, go to your other one. So reach your right leg long, take your left knee down. Your hand is going to help you keep the knee down. Go around, around. Notice if that feels calming to your brain. And let your arm go out, or maybe you just noticed it always feels good, but didn't realize the why. But there's a release here. Now the mind can relax, your exhale can relax your body. Now take another inhale. And as you exhale, release. And if you have a Pilates ring or you have a Dynaband and you want to put it over your foot, we'll touch the hamstring for a bit. And the block could be under your sacrum. You could have a foam roller. You don't have to have either. I'm just offering because it's such a nice way to get the hip flexor and to get the back released. You can move it over a little to the midline. Move it over to the right. Switch up the leg and take it. Other side. Let your eyes be closed. Let your breath be long and enjoyable. Yep, there you go, Jean. Your leg might go across the midline. That's always a really good one for knee and hip health. You take your leg out to the side a bit. And you can let the ring or band go and even put your feet up on a wall, still have that block or sacrum support. Now you can leave your legs down on the floor if you want to. Whatever you want to do, get cozy with this last posture. And just let your mind have a rest. It does so much work all the time. We're going to tap into a higher wisdom of healing. And it's almost like you're just listening or observing the breath.
Now slowly let your feet off the wall. Your body comes towards neutral.
And take a moment to breathe in to your heart. Let your eyes stay soft. You're gonna hear my chimes, and that's good. So let your hands go to your heart, and just if you want to follow your breath, you can. If you want your mind to follow the chime, you can. I'm just going to be quiet for a moment so you can do that. So notice how peaceful that is. Notice how your nervous system feels calm and cared for. And what yoga and meditation do is they create a baseline that you want to stay connected to of peace and calm, strength when you need it, but it's a calm strength, a balance. And then when you deviate during the day, because we're human, your body wants to be back in that calm place, so it's easier to get back. So just notice how that feels today to have that security blanket, that chime in your own heart, that when you get deviated, just because we're human, that it's easier to come back. Your body craves that intimate connection with calm and peace. And so whenever you're ready, come back into the room. Thank you guys so incredibly much. I hope you liked class today. I just had an intuition to do this kind, and I'm thrilled. And Betty, if you're having problems seeing me, let me know later, and I can see that you're having trouble, but you can text me. We'll try to figure it out. Bye guys, take care. Bye.